Hi everyone, I'm Bart Hassam, the 2019 Interflora World Cup Floral Design winner, and I'm here in the beautiful Sunshine Coast hinterland working with beautiful product from Premium Greens Australia. As you can see, I've been busy and I have created a very simple but striking design using this wonderful material called puzzle stick. It is the most amazing material because in its individual form it's very straight, it's tubular, but it does bend and crack and creates all of these beautiful angles very easily if you want it to. But today I'm using it in its natural form. I've actually kept it at its full length, but we've made this beautiful wire structure with this lovely curve, and I've attached small spokes, kind of like a punk haircut, of individual pieces of wire, which the puzzle stick has been forced onto. So it actually leaves the main stem at this beautiful diagonal angle to create a lot of drama. We've then attached beautiful clear glass test tubes with wire into the base section, also at that same angle, so that the floral materials will follow the same line. I love using this type of structure work on very small containers because you can usually create this very long arm and arch where the focus and the weight of the design is actually sitting away from the container. It's a really interesting way of taking the weight and the form of flowers in a very different direction to normal. We are normally constrained by how much material we can get into the top of a vase, whereas with this particular piece, we can actually extend this arm across, add the beautiful puzzle stick in this very dynamic way, and then add plant material to it in the same line. Okay, so let's begin. We have some beautiful long-stemmed epidendrum in a lovely mauve pink. We'll use those at full length so that they can sit in the same line. Noticing that the stem has that beautiful same pink in the stem and the leaves sit at angles against the beautiful puzzle stick so that it creates nice contrast. We can use these beautiful epidendrum on either side of the main structure, which creates a lot of depth. Keeping them, as I said, full length. And the wonderful thing about attaching the glass tubes as I have in this particular method, when you place the stem in and you find that the curve is too severe, you can actually manipulate the glass tubes to the direction that you'd like the stem to be sitting in. So you don't always have to be restricted by the exact angle that they're placed on. You'll find that if you look from the side of the design, it starts splitting from that one main line in a V shape, either side of the puzzle stick. We have some very interesting pieces here where the previous flower has finished and new orchid plants have started to grow. So they're actually rooting and the line is forcing back to the main bottle shape. I do like utilizing similar pieces of the plant material in all of its aspects of growth. So you'll notice that 2/3 of the material will all be focused in one direction, and then we'll have 1/3 of the materials that will actually return back to the base weight. The next material that we're using are these beautiful hot pink candlestick bromeliads. Once again, a nice long thin line with weight at the very end. The color repetition between this and the epidendrum obviously intentional. Their shorter stem brings colour back to the base of the puzzle stick. Utilising these little bromeliads in 3 areas. So you actually see them on either side of the puzzle stick, and those 3 areas create a triangle within the very square design, rather than placing them just all the way through. The main flower in the design are these beautiful soft pink with the dark spathe anthuriums. They have a very strong and dominant line, and the next material I have are the beautiful soft pink anthuriums, which is the main focal flower of the design. Their visual weight, their dominance, will be the most obvious within this design, specifically chosen because their decorative leaf section, as this is actually where the flower sits, this is just a decorative leaf, an extension of the green leaves that you'd see at the base of the plant. They're triangular, almost triangular, heart-shaped, as if you could, in shape, which is a great contrast to the very square structure of the puzzle sticks. Once again, placing them very delicately either side of the structure, so you can still see colour from in front and from behind. I have some coloured focal leaves, also selected because of their shape, this beautiful round form. It's a really fantastic contrast against these very straight lines. The colour is also very useful when the base is so very green. I have one epidendrum that I'm just going to return back the opposite way, because in nature, not everything does the same thing. There's always something that goes against the grain. And that one little stem can return and go against all of the other lines, but it still manages to sit within the overall framework. It doesn't divert from the main structure. You'll notice the end of the structure is extended just to continue this main line with a fresh heliconia stem. It's fleshy inside and can be forced onto the metal base, but it just helps to reinforce that very long main line and kind of bookend the structure and sort of keep it within its own space. Puzzle stick has lots of applications. It is beautiful and light, particularly when using these types of designs away from the container where you really have to be concerned about weight. It transports very easily because of its weight, and its colour is superb when you're using these soft pinks. That green-grey, soft pink, very stylish design can be created. One of the wonderful things about being here on the Sunshine Coast hinterland is that we have nature around us, exactly where the product comes from. And as you can see, we have beautiful umbrella fern, beautiful steel grass, just as it grows in nature. And this particular design can be accentuated with some of this material. Premium Greens goes to the trouble of hand-picking all of the materials from these beautiful forests. They take so much care in making sure that it's a very sustainable practice, that they don't hinder the plants at all, and cut by hand just like I did. very fine pieces of steel grass can be placed into the glass tubes, extending the proportion of the design, but still keeping the lightness. It's amazing to have steel grass at this length, which can really only be achieved when picking from nature as I do. As you can see, the finished product really is very transparent, minimal, and really focusing on the beautiful puzzle sticks.